One. Yo, what is good, everybody? It's your boy Romney, and today, yeah, I know it's been a minute. Give us a break. We got lives. So, today I'm about to be showing you how to draw Thanos from Thanos, because I know y'all probably gonna be on me. So shut up. Thanos, that's how I say it. From Marvel's, Avengers, Infinity War. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. So, I already know. First thing first, we already know you gotta go in and drawing a circle just to get out the base of the head, but Thanos got a big forehead, so we gotta enlarge it a little bit. So, and this side of the line is gonna mark where the jawline is gonna begin and where the ear is. So, and then right at that point, we're also gonna draw another line, but we're not gonna have it like at a straight line. We're just gonna have it curve just a little bit because remember the head it curves around. It's not just one flat dimensional shape. It curves around. And so we're just going to have a curve to represent the brow line. And then we're going to mark the middle to represent where the nose lies. And so we're just going to have that go down to represent the bridge of the nose. And we don't want to go down for too long. So just have it right there. And then draw this, I believe it's like a trapezoid shape to represent where the nostrils are going to be. And this is for the side of the, so this is where the side of the nose is going to be. And he has very bulky, not really bulky, but just defined features. So like him, so now we're just going to start putting like the actual details of the nose. So his nose kind of points out and down, and he has he has a big nose and stuff like that. So we're going to get that in there. Put in his nostrils. Draw the other side of the nose. Alright, so now we're just going to draw where the nose meets the brow line. I'm just putting the wrinkles in that area because that really just shows his Thanos. I know that ain't a word, but it is now. So, right at that line, we're going to draw in his eye. So make sure it's also at that curve as well. It follows that curve. So, and make sure when you're drawing the eyes, you always, with the top part, make sure it's like the peak is at the outermost part. And when you're drawing the bottom lid, the peak is at the innermost part of the eye. And so then we're just gonna draw in the actual eyes themselves, draw the upper lid, and just drawing like some wrinkles, drawing the pupil, and then just go ahead and just fill in with the iris. And we're gonna keep on going with the eyebrow. Like Super Saiyan 3 Goku, he has no eyebrows, so it's just just fill that in. And just keep on going with the details. It's kind of like with Boondocks and how detailed their eyebrows were. You really gotta go into it a little bit, but not too much to make it look like he's old. I mean, he is old, but you know what I mean. You don't get him wrinkly. All right, so now we're finally done, I guess, with this part. We can finally just start going down into the cheek, and this is gonna fall down into where his mouth is. And we're gonna draw where the mouth, where the cheek line starts, and bring that down, bring the curve in, and then just draw his lip. And we're gonna draw his lower lip, and just lightly shade where his upper lip is gonna be, because usually with some people, their upper lip really isn't defined, but with other people, it is more defined, so you want to put in that detail. And with Thanos, his upper lip is not really defined like that, so just add the shadow. You don't really have to draw a line, just add the shadow and help signifies it. So let me start getting rid of some stuff. Bring this out, actually. I need to bring this out a little bit more. I'm just gonna draw them. Oh my God. Um, draw. I forget the actual term, but just draw that part in between that connects the mouth and the nose together. Um, and then we're gonna draw his thick with two C's. His thick chin.
AKA.
No, yeah, he do got a nutsack for a chin, but yeah. Anyway, we're gonna start drawing in his chin. Low key, but if you look at a distance and like when you're drawing, it's low key kind of looks like a Santa Claus type chin. I don't look like it got a beard, but if you keep on drawing in details, it won't look like that anymore. So make sure that the chin follows the curve that you set up first in the first place. So also, let's make sure that this curve of the cheek follows into the this line right here. So I'm gonna keep on going down with that, and then we're just gonna start putting the lines for his chin right there at the bottom. So, and when you're doing that, make sure like it curves in on this side, and then when it gets to the center of like where his mouth is, it aligns with that, and then it starts curving outward in the other direction. And so the end of that part is probably going to be about round right here where this part meets with that. And I'm going to draw his cheekbone right here. And just lightly shade it. I'm just going to start going in and just lightly shading some areas. Erase some parts that I don't need anymore. Now that I'm looking at it, he low key looks like handsome Squidward, like that episode where they beat his head upon that door like 15 something times to try to get him to look ugly, but now he looks more beautiful. He low key look like that. But let's just keep going. It ain't handsome Squidward. This is Thanos. Thanos, whatever. Yeah. So I'm just gonna keep on shading. And now I'm gonna go where I'm gonna put in the ear, right where we left off. He doesn't have that big of an ear because, you know, his chin takes up most of his head and then his forehead. So go ahead and draw in that ear. And actually his jawline comes down a little bit. And then we're gonna draw in the rest of his chin. So where that comes in. Actually, let's bring that down at an angle a little bit more so it makes sense. Okay, so let's draw like where another part of the cheek, add a little bit of shading down there. Add some shading around the his chin. Now we're gonna draw in his forehead, so we're gonna just bring this around. He doesn't really have a round head, it kind of has a lot of, is really just sharper angles, I should say. So bring that up and around. Let me erase this part. It's not really that round, like I said. Just bring this around and have it come a little bit past the ear and then just have it stop right there because that's where the neck is gonna come on out and continue. Add some more shadows. Okay, and now we're just gonna bring in where his neck. He does have a long neck, but usually like that the majority of his neck is hidden by his the actual like outfit that he has. So we're just gonna lightly put in his neck and we're gonna start drawing in his costume. We're not gonna do like all of it, but just, you know, just the bare minimum so you get that the costume is there. and it comes up and it goes around his neck. So have that come from that side and bring it back. Same thing with this side. We can actually erase that. Just do some light markings, represent shading, and like just to show that it's there. Do the same thing with this side as well. Add some shading up under his head. Actually, let me add some more definition to his head. Let me change some stuff up a little bit. We can get rid of this line right here, actually. Shade in the inside of his ear. Keep going with that. Okay, let's continue on with this costume. I got carried away a little bit, so going on back, just bring the lines down here. And we're gonna work on his actual, like, his shoulders and his traps. I believe that's, like, you know, the nickname for that area of the body. And we're gonna bring this part down for where we'll start to draw his shoulder pads and kind of draw a box inside of a box, and we're gonna shade this part in, but do a gradient. So dark right here, and we're just gonna lightly, bring up the pressure that we're putting on the pen to get that gradient effect, like that blend. So we're also gonna do the same thing on the other side as well. Same thing, box inside of a box, and we're gonna do that gradient. So press really hard at this point, but you're gonna lightly pull up to get that gradient finish. And we're gonna, excuse me, and we're gonna have this curve up, on this side, and we're not gonna get too much into the detailing of like his actual armor and stuff like that. We're just gonna do like, just, minor things, little tings. So yeah, I think that's really all that we're gonna do. So bam, bam. I'm gonna add just a little bit of shading right here. And I think we done. Hold on, let me just add a little bit more shading right here.
What was that clip you did? You had his mask on.
That will be for another day.
Yeah.
All right, and let me just have him pop out a little bit. All right, and there you have Mr. Thanos himself from Avengers Infinity War. All right. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. All right, peace.